Welcome back to My Hero Academia Anime Review, episode number 3. This one I'm going to talk about the two OVAs the series had and the newest chapter for the My Hero Academia manga, and started with next episode. Yeah, anytime a new episode comes out for the anime, I'm also going to review the newest chapter of the manga. First, let's talk about these two OVAs. Well, the two where I watch them. First up is Training of the Dead. Yeah, this one came out on June 2nd, 2017. Or for last year. The placements one is a little bit bizarre. You could say by watching this thing it took place, I'd say after the events of the U.S. Of the no U.S. should be the training seminar, the arena games. Yeah, of course they all met. Well, the only time it could place is probably after the time when they had the brief internships. Yeah, it was probably, this is my theory, is that this second one takes place after the events of the Hero Killer, or verse Hero Killer arc. That's my theory. It takes place because Deku's got his new costume. He's got his, second to most recent costume he's had. He almost got the updated, thing around his neck, which is no longer like the teeth thing, which is basically loosely inspired by All Might. Yeah, and his outfit is completely different than the way it is early on in the series. Yeah, this is the Mark II costume. This is actually the Mark II costume he has. Though he did have sort of a spare one during the U.S. J event. This one is just a training seminar between the UA and a school called, what's the name of the school? It's the Asama Academy High School, which one of its students is Tatsu's old friend of hers from middle school. Yeah, it kind of explores at the beginning of it, Habako, her name is, Habako Mongoose. Yeah, and here's the thing, she's a snake woman. Yep. Now I like her look. She's interesting. She's got good quirk. She can paralyze people. Good for quick attacks, stuff like that. And she basically is cornered with she's there with a few people, which are Kasu, Daden, uh and Romero. Yeah. Four guests. Yeah. Lucky enough, at the beginning of this OVA, they actually show off Tatsu's family, her parents, and her two siblings, her little brother and little sister. And they do mention the fact because her parents travel a lot, she has to be sort of the surrogate mother to her siblings. Basically, she has to cook and clean for them. Though, my personal guess is this is just my theory. Probably because of the parents' work, that's probably how they're able to support themselves while the parents are basically out of town frequently. And I think it was nice the fact they did this. I think this particular opening, I think it's actually based on from what I remember from. It's actually they do show up her family in the manga. I think it was a brief little page in one of the first 12 volumes that have been released. Yeah, so that part is complete canon. And of course, show off her friend who only appears in this one OVA, and do this training seminar, and it's kind of like a survival course. All Might is in the thing. He doesn't do really much anything except just stand around and get mistaken for something we'll talk about in a minute. Yeah, one of these people's power quirks is basically a zombie virus, which turns everybody except for Deku, Endeavor's son Bakuto. What's his name? I'm trying to forget his name here. Let's see. His name is. Let's see. I think his name is Tatsu. I think his name is though. Your Gravity and her best friend, the one who spits acid. Yeah, the acid girl. I don't remember her name. Let me look her up here. Yeah, just these four people are the only ones to actually be avoiding the virus. hmm Well, at first, Tatsu basically is immune to the virus, and then she gets sort of infected by her, not by her best friend per se, more like, one of the other students. Let's see if I can find her on here. The Yeah, Froppy is the girl who's, well, basically a frog. Let's see if I can find her name here. Yeah, Pinky. Yeah, that's her name, Pinky. Yeah, these four are the only ones to be immune to it. And what is his name here? I know he gets it. I think his name is Shudo. Yeah, he goes by the name Shudo. Let's see if I can find it. I know he's the son of Endeavor. Yeah, Ingenium does briefly get turned into a zombie. Heck, even Kalechan gets turned into well, a zombie. Let's see if I can find him on here. Yeah, here he is. Shudo. Yeah, the son of Endeavor. Yeah, he briefly freezes a cave that they go in, though he does. Well, Deku comes with this really ingenious plan of using his strength and his heat power to sort of knock the zombies away. Though apparently by the time I go outside, everybody's turned back normal. Though pretty much everybody is up and manages, and then pretty much, um, excuse me, Kalichin, the guy who does the virus, basically can't stand each other, so they still argue by the end. This was a pretty neat OVA. I did recommend it. Next one, this one I feel as though this one kind of fits into canon pretty well, despite the fact being an OVA, because OVAs generally a lot of the time are not necessarily canon. This one takes place probably just after the USWJ, the USJ event. I say not long afterwards. I wouldn't say immediately afterwards because, well, they got to use that thing somehow, so they do a rescue thing. First, they have it where the Zero Gravity Girl, Deku, and Ingenium, they decide to rescue them, though Froppy gets a chance to get swapped up with Deku for some reason. And then they decide to, rescue people in the ruined city. And then they have a surprise villain pop up, and I'll reveal who he actually is in a minute. Takes out Shudo, and everybody fights him, and it turns out this villain is actually All Might. Yep, and turns out it revealed in the flashback that the whole surprise villain was all his idea. Despite the fact that Razorhead didn't like it. One thing I do appreciate though, and they do keep in continuity with this thing, is that Razorhead is still covered with bandages, and 13 is still injured, even though he's in pretty much his whole suit. The weird thing about 13 is in the dub sounds like a woman, probably because his voice actor is a woman. I don't know. Also, I think this is I think this is a fault of the sub, or basically, one of the sub actors. They refer to what's her name here? They refer to Arouca as Arouca Kun. Now I'm thinking, Kun. That's usually a title associated with men, not usually women. I mean, Sun or Chun basically is no such woman, but Khan is a male junior official. This is what I looked at for the Japanese honorifics. I don't know if this is the fault of the. I don't know if this is the fault of the writing or the fault of the of the sub actor who actually did this particular scene, but I have no idea why in the world that she was referred to as Kun for. Yeah, or Ruka Kun. Also, Deku is still his soul doing the whole nervous thing. Too close, too close. Yeah, he always gets really nervous around her for some. Well, yeah, if you don't get used to it, basically, yeah, it's very heavily implied that he's attracted to her, and it has been confirmed that she is attracted to him and she has feelings for him. It's not been confirmed if Deku has feelings for her yet. Yeah, and even though she has feelings for him, she is one of the forced the issue right away because she was focused on her superhero duties, which is fine. I got praise her for doing that. But at some point, these two are gonna reveal each other that reveal their true feelings. Probably at some point. And here's my theory on the matter: when this could happen, chap 200. It could be 200. It could be. I could probably say Yeah, it could be chapter 200 because, well, 200 is going to be coming out in probably about 19 weeks. Because the newest chapter that came out was 81. Yeah, 181 is the newest chapter that just came out, and so my personal guess is either going to be 190 or 200 is possibly when these two reveal the true feelings of each other. That's just my theory. Um, the first OVA was actually pretty good. There's the whole joke about, oh yeah, it's like, yeah, content is like, why are we doing this? And Froppy's like, because it's the Jump anime special. She says it twice. It is so hilarious. The fact that she breaks the fourth wall twice in this thing. Just to remind people, yeah, it's the advert, the the Jump, I think it's the Jump Anime Festival. Yeah, she does it a couple times. She does it during the first segment once, and she does it during the second segment. Yeah, it's like 2 segments in here. That's really it. It's a good. These two are pretty good OVAs, and I recommend them. But as for where you could watch them, well, in the case the first one, you could probably watch that at the end of season one. Yeah, that kind of does make sense. The fact you could place it like between seasons 1 and 2. Uh huh. Yeah. So that's my personal guess is when you could place it. In the case of the second one, it's probably between the Hero Killer arc, which takes up like episodes. I think it's. I think it starts with episode 13. I think it wraps up with episode. Trying to find it here. I'd say probably between episodes. I could probably say maybe between episodes 18 and 19. It could be between the seasons. Who knows? But I'm not really sure exactly where the place is the second one. Yeah. But let's talk about the newest chapter of the My Hero Academia manga, which is called. Newest chapter is called. If I can get the thing here. Okay, it's called For Someone Else's Sake. Now you see, one of the teachers. I haven't seen this guy in quite a while. I have to look up what this guy's name is. Let's see if I can find him on here. I know he's one of the teachers, and he only pops up roughly a few times in the series. Let's see. Okay, I think that, yeah, this is him. Epilism? Yeah, that's his name. Epilism. Yeah, that's who this guy is. Yeah, he pops at the beginning of the chapter, talks to his clones, and we see a villain. I don't remember this guy's name. And they get into a fight because, well, they had the cultural festival, which was, well, going on, but it was suspended because of this villain attack. Mm-hmm. Yep. He's asked to surrender. Of course, he turns it down. Then we see Deku go out and be the hero he's supposed to be. Yeah, he goes after this little girl who's got a thing for the gentleman criminal. Yeah, I have no idea why in the world that the writer wrote it where a little girl is in love with a guy who is about 30 years older than she is. She's probably like, what, 10? This guy's probably like 40, 50. Yeah, and she reveals, yeah, she's in love with the gentleman hero for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, and that's him right here. Then we see this guy here, the metal hero. The guy with the mask. Let's see if I can find him here. I know David Way is the one who voices him. Let's see. It's not Endeavor. Where is he? Can't see if I find him though, but yeah. Yeah, he briefly pops up and you see Deku. Well, he's out of costume. Yeah, he's been out of costume for the past few chapters. Yeah, And it's revealed that, and then the gentle criminal reveals that he was actually born out of the despair of hero dropouts. Yeah, he's basically a hero dropout. Is basically what the guy is. And Deku's over at class time and says, and of course the was I was worried. Classes start at 10 a.m. right? It is 9:16, 9:17, huh? Yeah, yeah. You have to get to school. Okay, so he runs to school, and it's still like about, and it's now 9:25. About to start class. We see the little girl from a few chapters back. Yeah, she's actually still popping up in here. Okay, she's actually a character pop up just in this very arc itself. Yeah, and she's asking, is Deku's son gonna dance? And everyone's wondering like, where is Deku? And then the chapter ends with him showing up at the Cultural Sports Festival, and of course, Kanachin's like, it's effing good. Yeah, and then it ends with the little girl smiling. So, a pretty okay chapter, and unlike in Tokyo Ghoul Re, where half the time when a chapter like this happens, it feels like nothing much happened. This one kind of feels like an average chapter per se, but it's not terrible. It does advance the plot of this particular arc forward, and this arc is only like the most recent arc of the whole entire series. Yeah. Yeah, this particular arc is only, I think it's about 4 chapters in. Let's see if I can get this right. Yeah, it is roughly 13 chapters in. It's the UA Culture Festival arc, and it's chapter 13. Like, you think, oh, why in the world was chapter 13? Because this is as far as I got with the manga. I just recently got up to date with it. Yep. Now, in the case of the anime itself, right now, for the anime, the current season is on the Forest Training arc, which they just got to episode 76. They have exactly 7 more chapters left to adapt for this particular arc. Oh, and the chapter, I get this one 9 out of 10. It's a good chapter. Now, to discuss basically what's going to go on this particular season. Now, this season is going to be adapting 3 arcs. Like I mentioned last video. It is Forest Training, Hideout Raid, and Hero License. Yep. Forest Training is exactly 14 chapters, and they've only adapted the first 7 chapters. Basically, they're roughly halfway through. Now, I kind of predicted that with the most recent episode, in just 3 episodes, with adapting chapters of the manga, they're roughly halfway through the arc so far. And, excuse me, you watch it like, okay, you're about halfway through the arc, and it's completely true. Yep, they're halfway through the arc, and so my theory is that this particular arc will wrap up either by episode 44 or 45. Yep, and the arc that comes right after that, which is only 14 chapters, this one probably will take about the same amount of time as the Forest Training arc, because it's not very long. The Hero License arc is 17 chapters. This one will take a little bit longer, probably take the rest of the season for this particular arc to be adapted. Now, for the next season, it's just my theory for season 4, because, well, season 3 is going to end with the Hero License exam arc. So season 4 is going to be the internship and remodel course arc. The internship arc in the manga is exactly 48 chapters. Yes, 48 chapters. So this arc will encompass most of season 4, and then the remodel arc will pretty much cap it off. Either that, or it will just be this one arc. Yeah, that's just my theory on the matter when it comes to this particular thing. Yeah. But otherwise, though, that's really it for this particular review. Stay tuned. Well, because it's getting late. I was hoping to do more videos today, but because of the time, I can't. Alright? So, expect reviews tomorrow for Boruto, which I'm hoping to review the newest chapter of the manga, which I haven't a chance to read yet. The Attack on Titan stuff, I'm going to do that tomorrow as well. Along with, hopefully, and this is just a big hope, the recent chapters released for Attack on Titan. Well, I already said Attack on Titan. So, Tokyo Re, Boruto, Tokyo Re, Attack on Titan with newest chapter, and the newest OVA. and finally Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, those 4 videos I'm hoping to do tomorrow. Yeah, that is my plan as of right now for when it comes to these videos right now. But hopefully I can get them done. Alright? But until I see you on my next video, bye.